Welcome back, everybody, to 35+ years of Advanced Squad Leader. Shortly before this stream started, my esteemed colleague, Rootin' Putin, has said that I can do all of my moves. We'll go through all 7 turns, and then he will presumably win. And do you still hold to that, Rootin'?
Let me see. What's the German squad? Oh, mortar good squad equivalents. How many do you have? You have 4. Yeah, 7 altogether, and I have 5, 6, 7, 8,
Hmm.
or 5, 6. Oh, okay, I see.
We still good though? I can move all my
You're
guys and.
well, you're not allowed to move unless you've been or enter any building location until after any German unit has been
Uh,
fired upon.
I'm again. Should I move my guys and we do our thing?
Why do I feel like there's a gotcha to this?
You never know. Well, you decide. For the folks at
Not.
home, we're playing we're playing Recon by Fire Scenario 40 or RBF-40 King's Gambit. Um, as mentioned, this is a small scenario. I think teased it a couple weeks back. It is the Danes versus the Germans. Interestingly, there's a couple of meaningful things that are left out in this or different from what you might expect. First off, there are no snipers. I can't really understand why there's no snipers. Maybe it just low number of units, it'd be too strong. And ELRs are 2 and 3 for the Danes and Germans respectively. But what's really important here is that the Danes set up first and also move first. So you don't usually expect that out of the defender, and I guess we'll just have to see how that changes things. Historical rules, or otherwise known as special scenario rules, are that the Danes may use HIP for 1 or less squad equivalents and any support weapon or SMC that is set up with it. And then lastly, German units may neither deploy nor enter any building location until after any German unit has been fired upon. So you kind of just have to take your first licks and figure it out from there. Rootin?
I think the scenario has some flaws, but yeah.
so we can. I mean, it's your first turn. So.
Let's kick this pig.
Alright.
Alright, Danish turn 1.
Danish turn 1.
Alright, what is my weather looking like today? I don't give a crap.
No,
Rally phase.
I can't imagine anything's gonna happen in weather.
No, you know what here, you know what here. You guys okay. So, no rallies, no prep fires. We'll go on movement.
Sounds good.
So, is there like a gotcha that you're getting me with, or am I just like tactical objective? The Germans win if they have more good order squad equivalents in/adjacent to the palace than Danes at game end. I inherently have. What? So, can I just like win by just not even shooting you?
If you believe that, sure.
Well, the historical rule says German units may neither deploy nor enter any building location until after any German unit has been fired upon. If
Correct.
that is the case, you cannot enter the building, which the objective building, because you have not been fired upon. And
Correct.
there go. If I never fire at you, you can never enter a building, which means that you will never win.
That is a thought to it.
But is it
Okay. I'm gonna do this for the viewers because it was a game with Rob. Bless you, Rob. This isn't to like take you down a peg or anything. but there was kind of a misunderstanding of the objective last time. So I'm just gonna give myself a win right now because it says it says good order squad equivalents in adjacent
to
to
the
the
palace?
palace.
Okay,
So if you never
there
shoot,
we
it doesn't
go.
matter if I don't get in a building. I'm
Yeah,
adjacent to the building. Therefore,
yeah,
I win.
yeah. Okay, there we go. That's where it is. Okay, I was like, what?
Which I can also imagine this like that sort of rule coupled with the historical rule. I wonder how many non-native English speakers that as caught off guard, because I could easily see someone just going through the motions, not understanding that, the in adjacent part versus, moving into buildings and all that sort of stuff. So,
Alright, I'll just go to my movement then.
sure. I can't do anything anyways, so I have nobody
So,
on board.
wait, you're telling me that I shrimp fried this rice? So you're telling me, let me see here. Because you can't, I guess you could advance into there and make close combat, that would be a thing. But you can shoot at me. Correct?
Yeah, as far as I'm aware, there's no restriction on whether or not I shoot. There's not much of a reason for me
Okay.
to shoot, though, because, again, like...
Yeah. I was like, what is the catch to this? Okay. Okay. Anyways, movement. These guys are gonna move on board. They're immediately gonna stop. So that will be what, half? Round to one, they'll disembark.
Sure. I mean, I'll be honest, I'm kind of surprised you're even doing it that way. All things considered.
What would you suggest?
Well, it's just you've got... Because, so, again, for viewers, this scenario card, on turn 1, the Danes get Jeeps, and they have 37 movement. There's no reason why you can't just, like, come in on Q1 and just, like, drive literally all the way around, park in L3 or even M3, because you're not in sight, and disembark there.
Yeah, but why don't I just disembark and then just move over and be in the building by the end of the turn?
It depends on where you want to go and how far away you want to prevent the Germans from being, right?
I guess.
Yeah, like that's the only thing I would seriously consider is like, well, you could set up, like, you can technically get guys in like T6 by the end of turn 1, and then the Germans are just like stuck that much further out. And you can't reliably, run through the entire area either.
So if I get out, that is going to be 2. So this is 3, 4. And then this would be 5. And then
Sure.
this guy will... I don't know why it's... Nope, not what I wanted. This guy will be the same for right there. It's okay if I just get rid of the Jeeps.
Yeah, I can't imagine. Like they can't prevent any movements. I mean, not realistically, and all that sort of.
I don't think, unless I could use them for just random overruns.
No, because they're not armored fighting vehicles.
Yeah,
I don't think you can overrun with a truck or whatever.
Alright, in that case, I will skip ahead to my advanced phase in which this dude will hop into there.
Ugh.
No. Scary stuff happening here in Manhattan.
I mean, it is kind of scary when you think about it. Like, the Germans have to advance on a position that's not only has units already in, but then is reinforced instantly.
We hear that there's some mischief afoot. Anyways, that's my turn. Your turn 1, Maestro.
Yay! Turn 1, weather. No change. I'm presuming there's no rally phase actions for you?
No.
Okay. I will have my guys declare CX, since you did not want to offer any sort of action. I have to come in either on Y10 or an adjacent to Y10. So getting in on Y10, I will bypass X9, X10 for 2.
Okay.
Actually, you know what? Sorry, that makes no sense for me to do that because I will lose road bonus. So I will just go to X9 for 2.
Okay.
W10 for 3.
Okay.
V9 for 4.
Okay.
U10 for 5.
Okay.
T9 6.
Okay.
S10 7.
Okay.
R99 or sorry 8.
Oh, I would see those.
Depends on from where and how, because
So,
there might be enough interference and all that. You'd have to reveal them. Is for sure a thing you'd have to do. Cool. So those guys will lose their concealment. It's just the reinforcements. But they're at R9 for 8, and then I will use road bonus to get to Q10.
okay.
I have no further actions I can do at all. Presumably you have none either.
Correct.
So I will go to advanced phase where I will move everybody to P9. And then at the end of the turn, I will attempt to conceal. Because I'm out of line of sight from everybody. So I forget, it should be automatic, yeah?
You're not in concealment turn, so you have to roll for it.
Ooh, do you know if it's a stack or is it individual?
I do not remember.
I'm gonna roll one die. We'll see if that's Where is gaining? Where the heck is the gain stuff? Effect, concealment, concealment DR. A unit that is within 16 hexes of an unbroken enemy ground unit, not concealed, and is out of LOS of all unbroken enemy ground units. Okay, so have to do that. I have all such unit and stack checks for concealment individually using a separate. Okay, well, so the leader did it first because might as well just do the leader first. I don't have TM or hindrance. Yeah, it's on a final. Okay, well the leader missed it. Squad will miss it. I believe that squad also misses it and miss. All right, cool. Your turn.
Boy. Alright, so turn 2. Oop. So I'm assuming they have to enter from the same area.
No.
The German reinforcements, I mean.
Oh yes, they have to come in on adjacent road hex Y10.
Okay. Weather, nothing. Alright, movement. So, half, 1, 2, 3. 4. We'll turn for 5. 6. I think I'll stop for 7.
Sure.
Disembark for
Half. It's half or 3/4. I'm pretty sure it's half.
no, it's a quarter.
Disembark is a quarter?
Disembark's a quarter.
Why am I thinking differently?
So that'd be
That is a quarter.
7.
Fractions rounded up.
Yep, so 7. So that would be
A quarter? Right, no, never mind. Yes, I'm thinking of a different number.
so that'd be 13, which means that allows me to yeah. Okay, cool. Yeah, we'll just disembark there.
Sure.
And then oh lordy, lordy, lord. I think the other truck is going to do the same thing, but he'll come here, and then they'll disembark.
Sure.
I'm being very, what's it, streamlined about this because you can't shoot me.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. All right. Then What else do I want to do? Why is that not going to work? Is it shift? Oh, it's shift. God, I shows you how much I play. 2, 4. I want to be 6 into here, so I'm just gonna soul move that guy over and then I'll just do this. And I think I'm going to go 1, 3. 2, 4. Alright. And then any defensive fire?
Nope, none possible.
Alright, so advances. This dude moves here. This dude's gonna move here. They're gonna move here. These guys are gonna move into there. Without that, please.
Truck included, damn.
No, it's just...
Nimble truck.
I mean, you know it's a truck. I'm just gonna get rid of these.
Whatever. Doesn't matter either way. Like I don't have any reason to ever shoot at them, so.
Yeah. Alright. Your turn. Turn 2.
My turn 2. Alright.
Yeah.
In the turn 2, I need to split these guys. So let's do. Oh, let's do this. That makes the most sense. All right. And then these guys will probably. Yeah. All right. Let's see what kind of dumb shenanigans I can get up to again. So weather, no change. No rally phase actions, no prep fire, unless you have any rally stuff to do.
No.
Cool. So I will go to movement. In the movement phase, I'm going to lose the CX off of these guys. Let's see if I can be a problem real quick here. I don't think that's safe. So, stack is going to go to O10 for 1. N9 for 2. M10 for 3.
Okay.
L9 for 4.
Okay.
K10 for 5.
Okay.
J9 for 6.
Okay.
And I will use road bonus to go to I10.
Sounds good.
Cool. Then we're gonna try this shenanigan here. So I'm going to have stack on the right is going to declare CX. They will bypass Z10, Y10, Z10 for 1.
Okay.
Nothing.
Nope.
Cool.
I think my truck does my truck see him? Probably not.
I can't imagine they would. I don't. But I don't know.
So,
Have
so
to
you're
string
bypassing.
Y10, Z10.
Yeah, I could see you from this point if that does anything, but probably not. Does it?
Wow, that's the closest thing possible. It probably does, but whatever. So 2 squads. They will go into Z9 for 3.
Okay.
Into Y9 for 4.
Okay.
And then 5, 6 into X8.
You cannot.
Right, I can't because of the stuff. Well, that's annoying because it changes that stuff. So I would have done it backwards. All right, I'll go to X9.
Okay.
Cool. Next group probably is gonna get spotted anyways. Goes to Y10 for 1.
Okay.
Y9 for 2.
Okay.
Y8 for 3.
Okay.
Y7 for 4.
Okay.
Z6 for 5.
Okay.
Z5 for 6.
Okay.
Y5 for 7.
Okay.
X4 for 8.
Okay.
And then road bonus, what W4.
Okay.
That is it for movement. Defensive.
Can't really do anything unless. Oh, I could have done that. It's unfortunate. I mean, I think I could. Yeah, I will reveal this. And I'll try to. Yeah, I'll take a shot at you
Okay.
for 6. 6 flat. No.
I mean, yeah, it doesn't matter. I was gonna say, does the truck add a 1 for hindrance, but like I said, it doesn't matter anyways. Cool. Well, I've survived the storm here. Presumably, there's no other shots. Rude.
Sorry, whose turn is it?
I was asking if there's any other shots.
No other shots.
Okay. So, advanced fire phase. I mean, just for shits and giggles, is it worth it? It's probably a +4. No. No shots anywhere. No routes. In the advanced phase, I can't enter buildings, but I can enter woods. So,
I shot at you, so you can now.
oh, that's true. Do I take such a graceful action? Yeah, sure. I'll go X9 to X8.
Okay.
The guys in W4 are going to go into V3. And the guys in I10 are going to go to H10. And that will be my turn. Oh, nobody can see... Nobody can see these guys, so I will roll for them.
Well, they're in concealment terrain, so they will automatically get it.
Alright, cool. I feel... It's the... Yeah, okay. Alright, well, I'll gain that, and I will gain them over here as well. And that is it, because I'm pretty sure this guy would see them, even though they're in concealment terrain now.
Oh, would you like to take a Lewis check?
I mean, I guess, but because it's not gonna matter. It's not like taking a shot or whatever. It doesn't cause any loss. But I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because because the walls aren't like intervening or whatever. Like for example, if this truck was trying to spot X2, they wouldn't because of that hedge. But yeah, that is it for my turn 2. So turn 3.
Okay. Wow, could have really used that.
Well, wind. What do the dice roll?
Oh, yeah, dice roll.
1 through 6. That is, I think, a nothing. Because I think it's 5 and 6 that are the numbers you need. Yep. So nothing happens.
Alright, prep fire.
Prep fire.
The squad with the LMG is going to shoot again at the 9-1 leader.
Sure. So it's a 6 up 1. Pretty sure it's up 1. Alright, I've been saved.
God, these guys cannot shoot right now. Go ahead and go to movement.
Okay.
These guys are going to assault move to here.
Okay. Is there a benefit to shooting? We'll streamline it now because I don't think it'll matter. So yeah, I'll take a shot from V3. It is. What are we looking at here? So 3 LMGs essentially plus 2 squads, so it's 17 halved to 8. There's a +1/-1 from leader and CX, so it's 8 up 3. Normal morale check. I am counting some lucky stars here.
And you halved it, right?
Yeah. Okay, pinned.
He's fine.
Damn. All right.
That's unfortunate.
About as much as I could do with that, so I'm happy.
Alright, well, these guys, these guys are going to assault move to here, these guys are going to move back into here. This guy is going to, I don't like that. You're going to assault move again. Can't really do anything else. You're defensive.
None. Advancing.
Squad machine gun are gonna shoot the big stack.
Sure.
What's that? 5 on 3? No, 4 on 3.
Yeah, sounds right. 4 on 3.
1 MC.
1 morale check. All right. Leader first. He's fine. Now it's a normal against everybody. That ELR's. Pretty sure that ELR's him. Yeah.
Alright. We're up phase.
In the roots, I am going to have my now broken squad and the leader are both going to route. Can I can't pick that. Yeah, I can't pick that. So they're going to go to U2. They go to V2 first, then U2. And those guys are still 6th. And that is it for routes.
Alright, advances. This guy is going to advance this way. This guy is going to advance into here. Alright.
That's it?
Yep.
Okay. Take this, take off the pin. Weather check. Cool. Nothing. Alright. 2 back-to-back weather checks with no effect. That's what we like, baby. No prep fire. We'll go to, or sorry, I do have to do rally. Rally. Come on. Why is it a 212? I fucking hate 212 so much. I need to, I'm going to create a, by the end of this whole project, I'll probably have a t-shirt that just says, I fucking hate 212.
212?
Every time you roll snake eyes, followed by boxcars immediately. 212.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. That has happened far too often in my gaming experience. So I have no prep fire for stuff, so I'll go to movement phase. In the movement phase, my stack over in H10 is going to declare CX, because why the hell not? They will go to G10 for 1,
Okay.
F9 for 2,
Okay.
E9 for 3.
Okay.
They will bypass E8 on the left for
Okay.
4,
All right.
into E7 for 5,
Okay.
and 6-7 into E6.
Okay.
Cool, cool, cool. That is true that is those shenanigans. Hmm. Over in X8, I'm just going to essentially split the stack. They're both assault moving, so one to W8 and the other to X7.
Both are assault moving, you said?
Yeah.
Okay.
Over up top, V3 will lose their CX status, so they will go to U3 for 1,
Okay.
T2 for 2,
Okay.
S2 for 3,
Okay.
R1 for 4.
Okay.
And then I will use road bonus for 5.
Oakley Dokely.
And then over here, um, is it a... Can I do it whenever? Can I just grab that LMG off of him? I know a leader can. I just can't remember when the transfer can happen. Is it in transfer, support weapon, transfer? Good order, recovery. Is it recovery if it's from... Hold on here. Only an SMC can recover a sport weapon gun possessed by a friendly broken unit, and does so by rolling a recovery final die roll of less than 6 in the rally phase or movement phase without need of MF expenditure. Alright, cool. I will attempt. I will get the LMG off that nerd, and then they will jump the wall for 2.
Okay.
3 to S1, 4 to R1, and 5 to Q1.
Okay.
And that will be it for movement. Defensive fire.
Mm, I guess I'll shoot the LMG with the leader in V6 into the
To
W8.
W8, yeah, sure. That's an up 2 shot.
Yeah. So 7 on 3. Not really, probably.
It's pin test check, I think.
CTC, but you're concealed.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, my guys will shrug that off. I don't think there's any other shots. Like possible period. um. Yeah, unless you've got something hidden, essentially.
Nope.
Okay. So advanced fire phase, none. We'll go to routes, none. We'll go to advances. My stack in Q1 will go to P1.
Okay.
My stack in E6 will go to F5.
Okay.
And my 2 concealed guys, so W8 and X7, are both going to go 1 closer to your stack in V6.
Okay.
And that is it. No CC. We go to turn 4 for the Danish. Oh, can anybody see these guys? Probably not. No.
Maybe the.
These guys can't see him.
I was thinking maybe like
Nothing there. Fuck. From.
Oh yeah, maybe. Yeah,
No.
the wall. So I'll roll for these guys. Because they're not in concealment terrain. So, 1, 2, 3. The squad is not concealed, but everybody else is. Which I don't know how much that's gonna help me, but whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, sorry. Yeah. Rally phase stuff.
I have no rallies.
Okay. In my rally phase, I'm just going to transfer the LMG that the leader picked up to the unconcealed squad.
Okay.
Prep fire.
Uh, Same guy, V6 is gonna fire at the guy in V7.
Wow, rude. Okay.
I gotta make an effort. Fuck, no. Just cool. Okay, why can I not click on anything? Is my thing being stupid?
Unless like you're still somehow in like calculating range.
Okay, stop. Get me out of it. Why is it not wanting to work? Give me a moment.
Rutan casually breaking his controls there.
Alright. Not looking for file not found. Fuck off. Oh my god. Shut up, vassal.
What eldritch horror of a key combination did you press?
I have no idea. Okay, is everything working now? Can I move? Can I move? Thank you. Cool. Oh my god. Anywho, before I was rudely interrupted by this, take the cult software.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
By arcane magics, yeah.
so we're gonna go ahead and go to movement. I almost said rally. These guys are gonna CX, and they're gonna go 1, 2, bypass 3, bypass 4, 5, 6.
Sure.
Um, do I just start doing shenaniganry?
Wow, how dare you?
These guys are going to assault move onto level 1.
Sure.
These guys are going to assault move to here.
Okay.
These guys are going to assault move to here. These guys are going to assault move to here. These guys are going to assault move to here.
Okay.
Alrighty. Your turn. Are you defensive?
Defensive. In the defensive, I will, because I can't get both, I'm pretty sure, to shoot, which is very unfortunate. But might as well. So I will try my luck at 8 up 3. 9, which is a pin test check. I guess technically it doesn't, like, other than just stopping your guy from doing anything, it doesn't even matter because there's no sniper, which, again, I don't understand why there's no sniper. That's it for my defensive.
Cool. Advance fire. There is none. Routes. There is none. Advances. I'm going to advance here.
Oh,
This
there
is
are
change.
some advances. Okay. Okay.
I'm going to go advance fire to level 2. I'm going to advance until level 1. I'm going to. Didn't open. I'm gonna probably keep that going now. No. This guy is going to advance to level 1. This guy is going. No, I think I want to keep that there. Do I? No, I think I want to. Advance him there. Yeah, now I kind of keep that there for now. Then just to keep you preoccupied, I'm going to advance into here.
Rude.
Let's go, Dane boys.
The Fighting Danes.
The Fighting Danes sounds like a high school football team who, within 5 years, will have to change their name.
Mm-hmm.
How dare you mock the Pillsbury Doughboy? You dare mock the son of a shepherd boy? Let me see. I guess we'll go to CC. Hey, oh, that's the wrong button.
Oh, yeah. What the? I mean, I'll take that number as your CC roll.
I'm talking about ambush.
Oh no! All of a sudden, we're doing ambush as well. We just get free CC rolls. I see how it is.
What?
Seems a little fair to just test the waters and get a CC roll.
I was trying to throw the freaking dice.
Sure. I'm at a 1 to 2, so I don't get anything out of it.
Are you gonna allow me to roll, or are you counting that 10?
I think it's pretty unfair to roll twice, because we're doing it already. Like, what's
Okay.
it? Theoretically, right? There's no ambush, so what's it matter that you rolled the 10 first?
Okay.
That's the logic I'm putting into it. Is that there's no. If there had been an ambush, I would agree.
Is that if I could have killed you, if I could have killed you, then I don't have to worry about that other idiot coming in next turn.
Oh no, I get it, but I'm just saying, like, the only thing that would change that 10 would be if there was an ambush, and there wasn't any. So, right, like, why get 2 rolls?
Fine. Okay.
That'd be like if I rolled and, like, oh, I got a 7, and then I rolled and it kills. It's like, okay, but the ambush didn't happen. Why do you get 2 rolls? All right, that's CC. Go to turn 4 for Germans. Weather. Okay. Rally. I'm gonna try and self-rally. God damn it. Prep fire. None. Yeah, pretty sure I'm at none here. Movement phase. In the movement phase. You know, sometimes, Rootin', you do things and it's funny. And I'm trying my darndest not to... I need to try and break into these areas, but I also just find it really funny. I guess is the only way for me to put it. I guess technically that is a shot. All right. So, I think my entire strategy is going to depend on this movement phase, because otherwise I don't really see how I'm getting into this building and maintaining a position here. So, would you like to wish me luck?
I hope you survive, I guess.
All right, that's not what I was asking for. What the fuck? Okay. So, brilliant master plan number 1. I don't know. I'm just gonna flip a coin here if I do north or south. Heads is north, tails is south. All right, heads. So I gotta do top first. Okay, so top first glorious movement. In the top first glorious movement, I am going to lose concealment no matter what. Pretty sure. So I'm just gonna take it off now because it's not gonna matter, or at least I'm confident it's not gonna matter. So stack and P1 goes to O1 for 1.
Mm-hmm.
They will then bypass N0 for 2.
Uh-huh.
They will go to M1 for 3.
Okay.
Are there any shots? Any?
I guess I will take the really unlikely shot of the CX guys into there.
So that's
This is where...
a +3, if I remember correctly. Because wall, I think, is only 1 on that trajectory. I could be wrong. And it's +2 for hindrance and CX. And -1 for non-assault.
I'll just break my
Right.
machine gun.
Okay. And he cowers. That makes my life so much easier. Now I feel really bad. Anything else?
I can't.
Okay. I then go to M2 for 5.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'm stuck there. I guess technically I could CX. Is there any reason not to? You know what? I will not. I'm not going to CX. Then, bottom group. They are going to most likely lose concealment as well. So they are going to move as a stack to G6 for 1.
Okay.
Any shots?
No.
Okay. They will continue to H6 for 4.
Okay.
All right. Well, if there's no moves, there's no shots, I mean, I will attempt to bounce into I6 for 6. Wow. Okay. I'm in I6.
Well, now that you did that, everybody will light you up.
I mean, they could try. I don't think that one of those units might not be able to see. I'm not sure.
Why not?
Because of height stuff.
I'm pretty sure I can.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. Even the second level guy. Okay.
So that's going to be 8, 12, 14. No, 8, 12, 16. Down 2, up 3, so up 1.
Sure.
16 up 1. 6 on 16.
7 on 16. 2 more.
Yeah, 7 on 16.
Leader, obviously. Yeah, he's dead. Morale check. Break, and break. Awesome. And then, since they're all broken, they don't take any morale checks. Actually, no, sorry. I was thinking of the other one. Since they're all less, morale check, they're all fine. Somehow.
Okay. Cool.
Defensive.
Do I just try to finish them off, or... No, I'm gonna let you cower. Scour.
Scour?
Scour.
Scatter?
Scour, where are we? Okay.
Okay.
No,
Advanced fire, none. Routes. These guys will go back 1. Actually, make that 2 for 4 total. That's it for the route phase. advances, I will get into the building, and I will assist with the melee, and we'll see how much I can muck that one up too. Excuse me. CC phase, unless there's anything in there, which I assume not.
No.
So CC phase 8 to 5. I'm at 3 to 2. Yeah, I'm at 3 to 2. No modifiers. That will be a casualty reduction. And then whatever your choice is, whether it's 1 to 2 down 1 or 1 to 1 down 1.
I'll do the 1 to 1 down 1. Sounds. Yeah.
I don't know. What 10s?
Do I get another 10 if I roll again?
That's not chancing.
Alright. Top one, or I'll just roll 2 dice. Red one's gonna be leader.
Sure. Alright, well,
leader die? Yes, of course.
the only retribution I ever get. And then he's unaffected by the leader dying, so that just stays there.
Both casualty reduced, though, right?
I'm sorry, what?
Since I rolled 3 and 3, both casualty reduced.
Yeah, they both casualty reduce, because it is a tie. It's just that whenever there's a melee, it doesn't matter what happens to individual units. So like you could have a 10 down 3, and if he dies, it's fine because the guys in the melee do not suffer the morale check from the leader.
Yep.
That is it for my turn 4. I'm not looking forward, or I'm not very hopeful about the rest of this scenario, I gotta say. Oh, I forgot to do that twice. Fuck me. Alright, never mind. You may weather check, good sir. Whoa.
Alright. Prep fire?
Le prep and le fire.
No prep fire. Oh, I gotta repair my machine gun. I get it.
Alright, some things just aren't fair.
Like rolling 2 10s on a row on CC and then losing both a leader and half a squad.
or getting extremely lucky on on a stone building shot and absolutely wiping everybody out. Yep.
Yeah. Alright. Going to movement. How do I want to do this? Oh. This guy is gonna lose a CX.
Sure.
And he's gonna go 1 2.
Yeah, you're there for 2.
3.
I will take the opportunity to shoot with the squad only, and for shits and giggles, I'll shoot with both LMGs and leader directed. So it's 6 down 3. 4 on 6 is at least a 1 check, anyways. 4 on 6.
Okay.
2 check.
Okay. Jesus Christ.
This always happens. Always happens. Alright.
Hello.
Okay.
No shots?
Nope.
Not even if I How many guys? Not even if I assault move downstairs and snuggle you a little bit.
Nope.
What if I said pretty please?
I still wouldn't accept.
All right. Well, I tried. There's only so much a romancer can do.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This 457, he is going to CX.
Sure.
1,
Yep.
2,
Yep.
3. Sorry.
Sure.
4, 5,
Mm-hmm.
6.
Okay.
237's also going to CX.
You're gonna do the thing, so they're dead. All right. Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. It's game. It doesn't matter.
Okay.
It's just game. If we're gonna do that shenanigans, then it's just game. Which is very unfortunate. 4-1. Do I even get that? 4-1. I didn't even. Oh no, wait. That is exactly. Wow. No, I don't. I find this scenario to be kind of shitty, to be honest. I'm not a fan of it. I forgot to reassemble my medium as well, which was really annoying. Because or else I would have had him to shoot into the building or at your guy that had moved.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, it's very. I'm not a fan of this one. I think that there's too much that the Danes get right away. I don't know how this is. The recorded plays is 7-6 for the Germans, because it doesn't. Like, there's no explanation of it, and I can only imagine that it has to be. The German wins are all from like. The Danish player didn't understand the rules. Because I don't see how you can realistically prevent the Germans, sorry, I don't see how you can realistically assault the building and maintain any of your forces. Because you could just like get into buildings, wait till you're in road, any like particularly good road hex to shoot at, and then that's it. You're done.
Yeah, no, fair. I don't know. It was kind of one of those. It was one of the scenarios of all time. I'll just put it that way.
Where was your? Did you even have a guy set up hip?
I did.
Oh.
Um,
Oh, yeah.
no, not there. He's
Oh.
right here on the first floor.
Gotcha. Yeah, like I don't enjoy this scenario. I think there's too much movement that the Danes get right away. Like I said, like you can just have the Jeeps go in and you can have the Jeeps set up almost anywhere. But like the dumbest thing about this too is like if you take a different read on it, right? The German units can't deploy or enter a building location as long as they haven't been fired upon. And it's like, okay, but you could just like go anywhere and prevent them from movement. Like, it doesn't prevent me from shooting, I guess. But like, who cares? Shooting stops movement. Unless it's defensive, but whatever. I don't know. I'm not a. It's like some of the other scenarios we've discussed and played where like if the attacker has anybody break, that's it. That's game. That you can't. That guy's not recovering, and unless you can inflict casualties, which you most likely won't, because everybody's in stone buildings, you can't get anything out of it.
Yeah, I don't like those scenarios where it's all contingent on one dice roll or one attack, and then it's like miraculously break 3 guys, kill a leader,
and then it's like, no, I'm just on mop-up duty.
Yeah. And like,
Ooh.
in a perfect world, like, okay, I don't go so gung-ho and I get into H6 and then I like advance into I6, but that doesn't really prevent the whole like get doubled shot again. Oh, you know what? I don't think it would have mattered, but technically you wouldn't have gotten your -1 from the leader. So that's something to think about if anybody's watching and playing this scenario,
Oh yeah, you're right.
because you're in multiple location, right?
That is
Um,
true.
but it was still a 6. Was it? It was what, a 6 on 16? I don't think it was a
Something like that.
7.
It was pretty low. I think it was.
Because if the only difference is that if you'd rolled a 7, right, or if the final number was 7, if you didn't have, if you had to add an extra 1 because the leader bonus doesn't apply, it would have been a 1 check instead of a 2 check. But I think I rolled high to the point where it didn't matter. Everybody was just gonna break. So again, like, it's this really like shitty environment where, yeah, you can split all your stacks and then they'll all get shot individually. And because there's no sniper, there's no reason for the defender to not shoot, right? At a certain point,
Yeah.
like, the Germans can just get in the buildings anyway, so why are you not taking shots? So as soon as you get that like great roll, and again you break a squad, because the requirement is so high with good order squads, so even if you get into a CC and you're just not successful, the Germans just automatically lose. So it doesn't, it's, yeah, I'm not particularly a fan of the scenario, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I think like if the 4, 6, 7s that I'd gotten to start with, if they'd gotten a flamethrower, or if someone got a flamethrower, I think I would be much happier about this scenario. But otherwise, like,
I don't know. Flamethrowers are very. Not that I disagree, but I think also flamethrowers are very hit or miss.
for sure. But at least, like, I would rather the hit or miss with a flamethrower than getting a DMMMG.
I was gonna say like maybe a DC or two would have been better.
I could see a DC being cool too, yeah. Especially for situations where you could use it as a breach on some of the row houses to get through a little bit faster. Being able to place it, yeah, like there's potential there, which would be really nice. But yeah, I would definitely prefer having that, either of those two options over a DM MMG, because like the only reason the MMG is DM is because you're expected to CX with it, right?
Yeah.
But then like,
Actually, wait. So, out of curiosity,
mm,
if you did bring a DC, because you're allowed to fire at the Danes, if you got right up to, and the guy, let's say the Danish player was playing the "I'm not going to shoot you, I'm not going to shoot you,"
mm,
and you get up right up next to it, and then you decide to just throw the DC. Uh, Throwing the DC makes you get fired upon by yourself. Does that mean you can then enter the building?
no, because my one, like, so the reason why the rule is written the way it is because that interaction does not exist. Like, the scenario designers didn't have that exist, but I could totally see them retconning it or putting an errata that says if the Danes have fired upon them, right?
Okay.
Because like, I get what you mean, but I also think that there wouldn't be a chance. Like, you wouldn't call it being fired upon because it's your own explosive that's like, it's not shooting you either, right? So is it really being fired upon or is it being exploded at?
Well, at that point, that point you have to break out the Russian dolls, nesting dolls of rules, where if it counts as an IFT attack, so the ergo you are fired upon.
See, I thought it was more like, this is where we determine if this is a friendship or not. Because like, if someone was like, well, I threw it, so I'm fired upon it. I'm like, I don't really know if that's true there, friend.
I'm not saying that I would do that. I'm just saying that like if I'm gonna
Mr.
play
Shoots at melee.
if this was a tournament scenario, which I don't know why you'd make this a tournament scenario, but if this was a tournament scenario, I could totally see somebody trying to pull that. If
I would
there
quit.
was a DC involved.
I would get a judge involved, and if the judge ruled against me, I would quit the tournament. That's the level I'm ready to be
No,
at.
I don't. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying that that's just a possibility I absolutely see happening. You know why? Because I look at um everybody like this. Probably people watching this, all five of you probably know by now. I'm like a Warhammer dude,
Mm.
and they if there's one thing Warhammer players are good at, it's finding the stupidest loopholes in shit and forcing Games Workshop to retcon rules and bring out errata. Case in point, there's this one army that I run called Chaos Knights, and one of the little detachments you're allowed to have is like you bring little cultists with you, and the rules just say you can sacrifice cultist units and get bonuses. It does not say they have to be your own. So if somebody else is running cultist, you could just be like, well, the rules say I just have to sacrifice a cultist unit, so I sacrifice my enemy's cultist units to get the bonuses. And it's like, even though that's not how that's supposed to work, but since GW didn't write it that way, people were doing that. It was hilarious, but
Yeah, but I don't know. I feel like that's where at least ASL has its index where it's like if sacrifice isn't it would be like only you can only sacrifice things that you control.
yeah,
Problem solved or whatever. But
but
um,
yeah. Well, now they changed
uh,
it, so now it is like that. But
sure, yeah.
what do
But
we
yeah.
give this on the grading scale that
Oh
we start
man,
doing
I
out of
don't.
10?
I mean, technically, I've always been doing out of 10 because that's the
Yeah,
ASL archive. You can put rankings and whatever. Man, I don't want to be too rude against this one, so I'll give it a 3. If I'm on a good day, I'll give it a 4, but I think a 3 is where I put this one.
I would I would give it a 4 to be honest. But that's because I won. So, it's like 5 is my is like, oh, it's average.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
an average scenario, but I can definitely see where the gripes come from, and I can definitely see the bullshit. So that's why I'm dropping it down to 4.
yeah. Like I just don't see this being fun for the German side.
I didn't really have fun as the Danes either. I was just like, well, I'm just
I think
it's.
the mistaken CC roll is really what bummed you out.
I was just like, wow, a 10. It wasn't. Yeah, I was just like, crap. I didn't mean to do that one. And then I'm like, well, okay. It's gonna be one of the. Let me just double check this. Oh, look, there we go. The next time around, I would have gotten it.
On a 1 to 2, yeah, you would have gotten a casualty reduction. Let me see. I don't want to have been one guy. But yeah, like I said, I think this one is just like you have a lot of turns to move, yes, and it only cares if you're adjacent, sure. So technically, there is a world where like I could have just hung back into like H6 or whatever, not do anything at all, right? Even L0, I'll just stay in L0. I won't do jack shit for 4 turns, which is also something that like technically ended up happening against Rob because I was hoping that as we were getting into it, Rob would check the objectives again. So I don't want to do it twice against human players, but like I could just wait to in L0. You can't shoot from the higher level because of the
Yep.
orchard.
Yep.
Same thing with H6. And then like, okay, well, it's turn 7. I've wasted everybody's time. I advance into I6. Boom, I win. It's like, all right, but fucking do you
Well, you can't. Well, you couldn't do that because you can't enter buildings unless the Danes fire at you.
No, but what I'm saying
Oh,
is that let's say
yeah.
like we
You took a
go
shot at me.
yeah, like let's say we go back to turn 4, right? Before I lost my leader and the whole stack died, right? If I get into H6 and then I just don't do anything for 3 turns to till turn 7, I go last. So you need to actually come to me so that I don't just hog shit my way into H5 I6 and K1 L1 and they're like, "Oh, well I'm adjacent in the advance phase." All right, I win. Like that's horseshit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I could definitely see it being not really. You know, I might be agreeing with you. Maybe I'll go. I'm dropping my score to 3.5.
3.5. We can't do halves here. We're already
Okay,
on a 10
fine,
scale.
fine, 3.
But yeah, like, it was the same thing with Rob. And like I said, I don't want to do that twice in a row because it's so dumb. It's so shitty to just be like, well, I just need to be adjacent. So I'll wait in M1. And if you don't approach me because you're not thinking about it, well, then you just lose on a technicality at the end. That sucks. Like, what? Why would you, you know? So that in and of itself, I'm not a fan of. I'm curious if as to like what if the Germans got to move first, so then there's more of an impetus to get in the building.
That's why.
Um,
See, I'm gonna be honest. I did not see the part that said I set up and move first. I just saw the setup first. I thought you did move first, so that's why I was like, "Oh, I gotta get my reaction going." And then it's like, "Oh, I move first.
yeah,
I have a clean board." I'm like, "Oh, well, fine, I guess."
yeah. It's like I said, there's no sand, so the Germans don't get any benefit for any low rolls, which they need. The fact that the Danes get to have a hip unit, which like that's such a swing because you could just never do anything with them and guarantee the +1, right?
Yeah,
Um, and there's no because of the limit on how many units exist. The German player is never going to search. Why would you, right? Because if you get casualties, then it's a game loss right away. So
yeah.
it's like how do you beat that if there was a flamethrower or DC and you could like collapse the building or if there's something like that, I could see it being more valuable and more interesting. But until that ever makes it into an errata or change, I'm just not particularly happy with this scenario. And that's like not counting the whole the stack that died like sucks, but outside of just being silly for 4 turns, like what else do you you got to take risks, you got to do something to try and have fun, right? Like same thing with this, like the only reason I didn't shoot with everybody is because I'd forgotten the fucking MMG twice, and I had I
I
remembered.
thought I thought you were like holding it back for something else.
No, it was strictly like I forgot to fucking to change it, so I didn't at that point. Like I was going to wait till defensive, and convert it back to an MMG,
Mm-hmm.
and then like then I can take my final fire if I needed to or whatever. I was kind of expecting maybe someone would walk over into a K3 on ground floor just to surround them and get advances with everybody. And that too would have also screwed me over because like the Germans don't have a firepower advantage against the Danes. Their squads are equal, which I think is really weird too. But
But machine guns make up for that a little bit, just a tiny, tiny bit.
yeah, but the problem is, and again, this goes back to stone buildings, right? Like you
Yeah, so
sure like once you get into CC though, it doesn't matter. So
that's why
small.
I'm not. That's why I'm like curious to see what the new Rotterdam hassle is gonna be like, because if it's city fighting and everybody's like sitting there with 4 firepower, I guess, because like look at Manila, like we are going through it right now,
Hmm.
playing, or even like Red Barricades, like well, not even Red Barricades, because Red Barricades has some sort of things, but like yeah, going through Manila and stuff, fighting in like yeah, doing intense urban fighting with only 4 firepower squads is kind of abysmal, especially when your enemy can clap back at you with like 6 to 18 firepower per stack.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, like
it's
I have to hope that whatever occurs, it'll be like, Stukas or something to just make it interesting. Because yeah, otherwise, why?
uh, kind of yeah, kind of disappointing. I'm not gonna lie. I was just joking that saying that this was gonna go fast, but
Honestly, like, again, if you'd gone differently with your initial guys, right, with the Jeeps,
mhm.
I think it could have been like an easy turn two or whatever, like it'll be over. Because if you just drive your Jeeps over here, right, you get into Q9, you drop them off in R8 or whatever, right, and then you're in
Yeah,
Q9, like, like, what are you gonna do to try and get around that, Because you got
fair enough.
LMG, you
Yeah.
got fire lane capability, so
Well, Firelane doesn't really work well from that position.
no, but even if you're in, N9 or whatever, you can still do fire lane down, just strictly down the road. Like
Yeah.
P9, you do fire lane going down here. Okay. And like, what are the Germans gonna do? Like, you're just gonna like hang out in T9, just shoot at a concealed guy in P9? Sure, you can do it, but that's an entire turn wasted for movement, which kind of sucks. And then if I
Yeah.
don't shoot you, or if the Danes don't shoot, then you still can't get into U9 in the advanced phase. So,
Yeah. I don't know. It's interesting that we played this Danish scenario first, considering that this is the one that where they surrender. Where it's like, huh, maybe we should have played the other Danish scenarios first. We just skipped to Denmark's surrender. That's how
oh,
quick it was.
yeah. I mean, it's unfortunately in my chronological list. It's just organized by date, and it doesn't really.
Yeah. No, I get you. I get you. I'm not gonna be that picky about it. It was 6 hours.
Look, it
Like,
was that or critical hit, okay? Yeah, you said no.
okay, you know what? Yeah, you're right. And I still say no.
Are there any? There's one. Yeah. If nah, it's not Fnatic Enterprises. Then yeah, it's not technically, but whatever. Um,
I think my favorite third party so far is it's either Hasmo or Bounding Fire. I can't remember which one.
I
I
would
think it was
say
Hasmo.
I was. I mean, maybe yours. Maybe yours. But yeah. So, anyways, for everybody who has stopped by, as always, thank you very, very much. Um, I want to wish everybody a lovely weekend. And for anybody that it might affect, look, times are tough. It probably is going to be a long road ahead, multiple years. So, stick around, stick around, say hi, build community, um, and the
Support
simplest
your local.
support your local what?
Yeah, just support your local. That's all you get.
That's right. Support your local, whether it's unions, whether it's communities, whether it's religious groups, um, and all I can really add to that is don't be a shithead. And if you care more about people's genders than where the economy is going, then fuck off. Anyways, have a lovely weekend. I will see you all on Monday. Bye.